so you're gonna have to deal with me not having any damn idea what I'm doing for a bit. But I think we should be good. Allow me to check my various sources here, because I've opened a million things. This ought to be interesting. See if this works. Oh boy, so much going on. Right. Right, let's see how this is going. Oh my god, I am live on YouTube. I can see that much. Yep. And am I live on Twitch? I'm live there as well. It would appear. Am I not? Yes, I am. Okay, hi Billy Mount. You'll have to forgive me for what's wrong with my voice. What, is it not coming through right? Let me know what's wrong. You might be hearing an echo at the moment. Hold on. Because I'm checking if this is freaking working. Is that it? Did that help? You hearing an echo? Buzzing in the background and... Hi Joe King, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm multi-streaming right now. I spent a not insignificant amount of time of my bit of my evening trying to get this to work. So I'm really hoping it does. Is Belora working? I wonder. It is! Holy crap! Okay. Let me see again. You say you hear buzzing in the background, and what else? Is there anything else? Or did I fix it? No echo, your voice sounds a little like it's probably a bit of buzzing. Alright. How about now? Reverb, voice, and buzz. Weird. How about now? I just pulled my... What the fuck? Why? I have literally not touched it all day. Like, I've been using this all day. Nothing is different. What about now? I just set it to mono. Maybe that'll help. That is strange. Same. All right. Hold on then. How about now? Fixed? All right, cool. I guess it was just a little loose in the USB then. Right. Wow. Let me just check if something else is working here. Because like I said, I'm doing something new here. And now, okay. The chat that I wanted to be visible is not freaking working. So that's cool. I tried to get Restream to get both chats in one window. Because I'm on Twitch, Velora, and YouTube right now. It doesn't seem like I can get the chat to work. That fucking sucks. I said... Why is that not working then? Make me sound like Darth Vader. Well, there are worse things I can sound like. I enabled the damn channels. What are you talking about? Right. If somebody knows a good app for like combining stream chats that I can actually overlay on this damn program, I'd be very happy to hear it. Let me see. Like I said, I've been spending half this evening like trying to figure this shit out. Okay. I'll just have to check the chats routinely. The old-fashioned way. Let me get my headset. And we'll find some music to put on because today is a special day. I think you all know why. Well, first of all, Resident Evil Requiem is out. I haven't gotten it yet. We'll play it sometime next week after I finish Silent Hill F. But today was also the reveal of quite a few interesting things. Like, for example, the reveal of... Come on, computer, don't mess with me now. The new Pokemon starters. And I figured, why don't we draw them? Like, seems like an obvious thing to do, right? I guess I'll just have to have the chats visible in some other way. Here we are. Did I see the live action short they did? Not yet, but I plan to. Okay, so we should be streaming on the Aesthetics channel as well right now. Oh, we are. Yeah, Stonostan is listening there. Okay, sorry for the confusion right now. Like I said, I'm trying to multi-stream. And the main problem is that I can't really have a combined chat. And that is driving me nuts already. But whatever. Now, allow me to go and actually announce that I'm doing this on my sites, and then we'll actually get started. Okay? Just give me a second. I mean, I had to start a stream to even test this shit. So it's not like I could, really try it out without just starting and having to do all the posts afterwards. Boom, boom. So now it's just confusing as hell, and I'm sitting here wasting your goddamn time before I can even pull out my tablet. But there we go. Shit. Nope. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Almost posted on Blue Sky without actually providing links. That would have been fun. And here we are. Cool. There we go. Now I can post. And now to let Discord know that I'm doing this stuff too. It's already done it, but alright. Okay, how's everyone doing? Getting sick of me fucking around with this yet? Sorry, I promise I'm trying my hardest here. May switch to aesthetics to avoid the Twitch ads. I mean, no shame if you do, man. I'm no bigger fan of... I mean, obviously I want to make a bit of money doing what I do, you know, but I also find the ads very invasive. Right now I'm just trying to find some way that I can read the chat and work at the same time. Which may mean just shrinking the dang window. Let's see here. Okay. It appears the art window is not here. That's a problem. Okay, so if I... Oh, that sucks. Right. Well, not much I can do about that. Okay, so transform... Fit to screen, please. Oh, what the hell? So I'm not at all used to using OBS. I usually use Streamlabs. So I'm a little confused right now. Allow an old man to be confused, please. I have no idea what I'm doing. Here we go. Just put all this over here and we'll get rid of the damn restream chat because it ain't working. And we'll just move me down a bit. Come on. There we are. Okay. Trying to make sense of all this. Grandpa Ash almost understands how streaming works. Welcome to the chat. What software is this and what tablet are you using? First, I'm going to try to concept out myself. The tablet is a Huion Canvas Pro 13. Not the strongest or biggest one out there, but I've been using it for like 6 years. More than that. And it hasn't failed me yet. Not really technical difficulties, I just haven't tried this before. I haven't used OBS an awful lot. Much less, you know, multi-streaming. So I'm just doing my damnedest to get all this up. So apologies to any YouTube lurkers who may be out there, who haven't watched me stream before and were like, oh, exciting, and then it's just 10 minutes of me being an idiot. But hey, that's almost every stream I do. Right then, let's see if we can't draw our new boys. So how are we feeling about them? How are we feeling about the new starters? I, for one, find them very adorable. Very simple, as always. We love our simple starters. Hold on. Something here. Ah, Christ. Yeah, how are we feeling about them? Feeling good on a Wednesday about them? They're interesting. I, for one, do like them. Yeah. I'm not sure which one is my favorite yet. I know everybody loves Pombon, the Pomeranian one. And he is incredibly cute. No question about it. But, I don't know. I think I like Brout. I know some people have already written him off as, like, Rowlet 0.5, but I don't know, man. I like him. I mean, look at this little guy. What's happening? They're all adorable. Okay, let's actually find some music now. Let's just see if we can find a Pokemon playlist. For chill times. Yeah, sure. You guys let me know if this is too loud, but this should be nice and chill. I don't have a lot of desk space either, so I'm really scrambling to make this work. Oh, for frick's sake. Give me the pop-out chat, please. There it is. Okay, almost ready to actually start drawing on this art stream. Good grief. This is why some YouTubers have assistants. But I am too not well known and too poor for that. So that ain't happening. Fucking hell. God damn you Windows and you're automatically making the window reach all the way to the top of the screen. I don't want that right now. Let me do my thing. Christ. Okay. I think I'm finally ready to actually do something. Hope you are as well. There seems to be a long-ass delay on YouTube. Nope. Nope. Okay. Right. Right. So who should we do first? Pombon, Brout, or what's the last one? Gekwa. I believe his name is Gekwa. Who do you want me to see? Who should I draw first? I'll just get rid of all that. Gekwa. We have a vote for Gekwa. What was the last one? Pombon. Gekwa. Let's see if I can't find like an actual picture of a gecko to base a little pose on. Just want to see if I can find a cute one. Not that geckos, you know, pose a lot, but... Aw, here's a cute little one. So let's try that. Alright, since we have a vote for Gekwa, let's do Gekwa. We'll just... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get Gekwa in here. Yeah. Let's see if we can use this. Of course, keeping in mind that I don't draw Pokemon super often, and that I have literally never seen these creatures until today. So the chance of my version of them being shit is quite big. But let's see. So how are we feeling? Interesting to see that, like, they announced the gen today, but it's still a year away. Doesn't that kind of break their, Doesn't that break their once every 3 year streak? That people have been rightfully criticizing? Maybe they listened. Maybe they're actually going to take their time this time. I'm gonna choose to be optimistic. I didn't actually face anywhere near the issues that people were talking about with... shit, what was the last one called? Not Sword and Shield. What the hell was the last one called? Scarlet and Violet. I didn't have anywhere near the issues that a lot of people were reporting with that. But I also feel like a lot of people were exaggerating for the sake of hating on Game Freak. I'm not saying that whatever they experienced didn't happen, because of course it did. But it does seem like some people were trying to make it sound like your Switch exploded the second you as much as looked at the cartridge. And that just wasn't true. Not for me, at least. And I still enjoyed my time with the games just fine. So hopefully they've actually listened to all the people that had issues and chosen to spend some extra time on it this time. One can hope. Mostly because I'm starting to get tired of everybody wanting to scream at Pokemon all the time. The instant that one game isn't tailor-made to them specifically. Like, I'm just here to look at the cute critters, man. I feel like I'm already messing this guy up. Now, I wish I could get a better look at the body. Seems to have a little bit of, like, neck here. And then the body goes out. A little fat booty back here. Actually, I think it might be a little closer to here. And building hype early is absolutely also a possibility. I'm not going to deny that. I wonder if we're going to have another Quaxley thing where this thing is going to get yassified to hell and back. Boy, I'm making him look like E.T. Maybe I should widen the eyes a little more to make him cuter looking. Like they're a little more open. You know what? Let's give him a happy little smile. So for those of you looking right now, which one of these three is your favorite so far? Which one do you like best? Like I said, everybody loves... I kind of like all three of them for various reasons. Everybody loves Pom Bomb because obviously it's a Pomeranian, it's adorable. But I do have a weakness for Brout. Can't lie. No, that's fair. Sometimes you grow out of things, and sometimes you don't. I just always appreciate seeing what kind of creatures they're coming up with. Learning all the design details of each of them. Because a lot of haters won't admit this. But even the most unpopular and random looking Pokemon is incredibly carefully and well designed. It's just not always obvious how that's done. How do you suppose starter Pokemon are selected from the other new Pokemon each time? Well, I'm imagining that the design process... I mean, I have no idea, because obviously I've never worked at Game Freak or anything like that. I imagine that they're a separate design process altogether, you know? Like, there's a certain set of rules. We need 3 starters within these 3 types. Does OBS Studio work and has just the gameplay footage? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm literally only just using OBS now. I usually use Streamlabs. But I imagine that when they start development on these games, like, they figure out things like, so what's the theme this time? What kind of world are we making? What is the story going to deal with? Because, like, take Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield did a thing that I actually think is very, very underrated and was a great idea. It took Pokemon back to its roots of being like a competitive sport. And so they set it in a setting based on England, where, you know, soccer or football there, is huge. And with that in mind, you know, they had starters like Score Bunny, which is basically a little soccer player. So I think that the starters are kind of like a whole thing of their own. As for how they actually pick them, God knows how, because there must be a bunch. And you know, there's tons of stuff to keep in mind, like say, let me just see how they do that snout. Oh, the snout actually sticks out a little. I'm making him way too alien looking. Okay. I'm stupid. Because there's also like balancing to keep in mind. Like, it's not just their typing that's different. It's also things like their base stat build. Like I said, the theming. Just like the people do it on YouTube. I like having just video footage of the games after you play through it and record it, but I'm talking about visual novel games. Yeah, OBS works fine for that. You set up a window capture and you capture the game. You're not planning on recording your voice or anything? Because in that case, you should literally be able to just download it and start. But I can't really give you the rundown of how OBS works here right now. It takes a little bit of work to get used to. I have made this thing way too alien looking. See if I can't upgrade it a bit. Make it a little cuter. Well, short answer then is yes, you can. OBS just has... You just set up a window capture, you capture the window that the game is in, you hit record. All should be well. But again, I can't really sit here and give you a full OBS tutorial right now. As much as I would love to help you. Largely because I don't really use OBS an awful lot myself. This is new. I only did this because I decided to try multi-streaming. Give it a cheeky little smile here. Now we're getting somewhere. I think I'm gonna have it look up a little more. The drop is way too small. So more like this, I think. Oh boy, I'm really just sitting here proving that I can't draw for beans, huh? Ah, crap. I even forgot to record a time lapse of this. Well, I can start one now. See if we can't bend the body up a little more. And it has these thick little limbs starting here about. And this thing has little three-fingered hands from the looks of it. It's just for me because YouTube or Twitch get on my ass because some of the visual novel games I want to play are age-themed. Well, in that case, both Streamlabs and OBS have the option to just record without, you know, streaming. So you should be more than fine. It should be more than possible. Yep, Stoner, I am indeed drawing Pokemon. I mean, You've seen where we're at today. I admit, I hoped a few more would join in on the stream on YouTube, considering I have almost 1,200 subs on there, but whatever. It don't matter none. Of course, I've never really made it a thing to stream on YouTube, so like everything else, it probably just needs some time to build. Maybe if I do this more often, we'll see. Alright, so this is a little better. Move this guy up a bit. Oh! Give him his eyelash back. There we go. Thank you. I know what the H stands for. Don't worry. Maybe... I feel like mine still looks a little more alien than the other one. How are they... I think maybe because... I drew way smaller pupils. Might have something to do with it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Drawing our chubby little guy here. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can just record the game without actually putting it on either platform. You could just record a video file for yourself with both programs. As far as I know, at least, absolutely nothing should keep you from doing that. Okay, I see. I drew my head a little too big. If we make the head a bit smaller, a little more like this, then perhaps... I need a better picture of Gekwa so I can see how his legs work. It's back legs, I mean. And for that matter, get a good look at its tail. Hold on. Gotta see if I can find some references. Worst case scenario, I'll have to take some fan art. Okay, here it is. Here's a better one. Okay, so what I might want to do is I might want to squish the head a little bit. Make it a little slimmer. And a little taller. Like that. That's better. Okay. A little more butt here. So I can get the hind legs in. Yeah, there we go. Give Gekko a little more booty. Got that booty popping. Little dude looks like he's going to sell good kush. Yeah, kinda. I mean, again, it doesn't... It helps that I keep drawing him like a little too alien. Because with me, he just looks like he has tired eye bags. See if we can't make it a little more smiley. Yeah, that's a little more smiley. That's a little better. I think my eyes are a little too oval. Like I said, I've literally never drawn these. Or seen them before today, like everyone else, so... I'm definitely screwing around. This feels a little closer. Digimon is one I never really managed to get into. I actually did watch the original series some years ago. And admittedly, now I remember absolutely nothing of it. So... Okay, so it's pretty much the same. Well, I, for one, think this Gekko is looking mighty cute so far. I think maybe my version just needs a bigger head. A bigger head that's slightly less sunken into the body. Like if we put him up here a bit. We move the whole thing a smidge. So he gets a little more neck to stick out. I think we're there. At least I hope so. I'm really just showing my whole ass today and proving that I can't draw Pokemon. Like at all. God damn it. This was a bit of a very sudden, on-the-fly decision. I actually hadn't really planned to art stream today, but, you know, Pokemon drop happened, everyone's excited, and I had a good excuse to try out multi-streaming, so... Trying to get the right shape on this. Look at this big... That's better. That's a big drop here. There we go. Maybe we give it a little... I have no idea how they managed to make it look both a little smug and not like it's high. I genuinely can't figure out what I'm doing wrong here. A lot of people do. But that ain't the world we live in. I mean, you have to remember at the end of the day, no matter how long you've grown up with Pokemon, every new iteration will always be intended for little kids first. That's what the franchise is. That's what the franchise is for. So of course they will always be considered first. And while I would love to see certain things, certainly, you just have to accept it. Just be like, probably not gonna happen. At least we occasionally get some cool shit like Pokemon Concierge, which I highly recommend. That show is... Oh, it's so nice. I wish they'd release more than 4 episodes at a time, but... Once again, that's just how it is. Maybe it's because these, like, droop down more than up, like I'm doing. Maybe it's more like this. And this. Yeah, this is a little more like it. This is a little more... I still feel like I need the head. It is because I haven't really given him a neck. I thought the angle would prevent the neck from being relevant, but it really hasn't, so... We're gonna give our boy a little neck. Resize the head again. That is the thing I'm always screwing up in most art. Like, I'm not great at doing like big, cute, cartoony heads for some reason. I always undershoot it in the sketch and have to correct it afterwards. But I think we got the sketch now. Hey Pink, thanks for popping in to the multi-stream. Yeah, I'm trying new things. Aren't I a fancy lad? And hello to you, Nova. Thanks for popping in. Figured I would celebrate the good Pokemon news with some cuties, with some babies. I mean, look at this guy. He is definitely baby. He is about as baby comes. I like the simplicity of the colors in this one. Like, this guy basically has 2 colors, and that's it. And of course, there's the eyes, but, you know. Oh, that did not make him look less high. We'll figure it out soon enough. I'm just doing a little bit of coloring to make the line art stage a little easier. You're the one who's a nerd. Okay, I think we're good. What weed did he smoke? The good shit, obviously. He knows damn well where to get the good stuff. I trained him well. He knows not to settle for less. He knows where all the cool dealers live. By the way, if anyone watching this on YouTube is confused, I'm multi-streaming right now, so I'm responding to the Twitch chat as well. Actually, speak of the devil. Nope, got no one on Velora. I had a feeling. But it's fine. That is indeed a baby, isn't it? If Game Freak made a Pokemon region based in Denmark, what Pokemon starters would you wish they were based on? Well, So, if it hadn't been done already, if we didn't already have a fire pig, one that I would love would be a fire boar. Because you see, if we're gonna go mythological on this, which obviously we are, because that's like one of the most well-known parts of our culture, of Scandinavian culture. And also, you know, pigs are our biggest export, so that definitely have to be a pig Pokemon somewhere. But the ideal would be a little fire boar, because that could be based on Serimnir, which is this boar that they eat in Valhalla that regenerates every day, so the warriors can keep enjoying some nice roast boar. Yeah, every day all the warriors in Valhalla eat the same boar. We could do, similarly, there is a goat, a grass goat, well, a goat just, that I can't remember the name of right now. Which also produces meat from its teats. So you could have a grass goat starter for a Viking-style Pokemon world. Or, here's a better idea. In Yggdrasil, you know, the Tree of Life, you've probably heard of it from somewhere that bases itself on Scandinavian folklore. There is a squirrel that, like, runs around and delivers messages called Ratatosk. You could definitely have that as, like, a starter. A little squirrel. Going around spreading gossip for the gods. Finally got around to playing my game. It has been out for a while. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it's not really much of a game if you want to be strict about it, but it was a hell of an experience to try to make one. And I do have ideas for more. That will be considerably more elaborate. Let me just... Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on 2 chats at once, so if I'm a little slow to respond, that's why. But yeah, a grass squirrel or goat would be ideal for a Scandinavian Pokemon world. What else? What other animals do we have? That could be fun. Deer and fox would be good. You do sometimes see foxes run around in Copenhagen. Not very often, but there can be wild foxes in Copenhagen, so definitely some of that. You know what? There would have to be a badger Pokemon. I would love to see a badger. And our snake, the snakes we have aren't poisonous or anything. They're quite harmless. But, it would be nice to have them. Actually, here's what we can do. If we have a goat Pokemon, it would have to be electric, because that way you can make it like one of Thor's goats that drags his carriage. So it could be like grass electric or normal electric. What about a water type? Well, we do have the Midgard Serpent in our folklore. The Midgard Serpent. So we could absolutely have that. Oh, we would definitely need to have elves, like Nisse. House elves. A fairy type humanoid little thing with a red cap. That you have to be nice to, otherwise it like messes with you. That would have to be in there. But yeah, let's get an electric goat in. It would be almost stupid not to have that. But for water type, probably some kind of serpent, water serpent. So maybe we could combine that with the one snake we have, the hookworm. And have like a water snake for a starter. I don't think we've ever seen a snake starter. Like something that, well, Snivy, but they gave Snivy arms and legs. I'm talking like actual snake. Funnily enough, Snivy loses the hands and legs as it goes, but you know what I mean. So just to stroke my ego here, Shady, if you're still listening, how did you enjoy the game? I hope you liked it. For the 10-minute little spook fest it was. For fire, though, I don't know. In mythology, there are a lot of, like, blacksmith dwarves. But starters are usually based on, like, cute little animals. So, I don't know what would be good for that. Maybe you could have the badger there. Because badgers, you know, stereotypically, when they're anthropomorphized, they're these, like, cranky or wise old men. So you could have, like, a fire badger that, as it grows, gets a steel type and becomes a blacksmith. Like the dwarves that build weapons for the gods. And other trinkets. So, a fire beaver. A grass goat. Not a fire beaver, a fire badger is what I was saying. And for water, snake? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my answer would definitely change if I sat down and really did the research and worked on it, but I feel like those make sense. Mythical, legendary. Well, again, that depends on what you do, because if you do the water serpent, then one of them would have to be a wolf, because that way you get Fenrir. Right? And that will probably be dark type. Let me just see him real quick. I need to see what his little hand looks like. It just kind of goes. Okay. So yeah, one legendary would have to be a dark type wolf, I think. Not a lot are coming to mind right now. There would have to be some kind of, like, water ghost thing based on Nukken. Which is like this water spirit that lures people in with fiddle music to drown them. We need one of those. Oh, the other legendary would be Sleipnir. Odin's horse, the 8-legged horse. Say it was impressive for first ever Finish game. Appreciate the use of subtle eye animation. Slow pacing. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen those too, but I've done horror comics once or twice for a little, like, micro publisher in Denmark. And I'm not saying I'm some, like, Mr. Professional comic book artist here. But whenever I do those, I basically have, like, a final idea. Like, I know... Because in those, I only have 8 pages to do something cool, you know? Not really a lot of time to make a meaningful story where I'm saying something particularly fantastic. Why is this line semi-transparent? I don't like that. Why? Is it just that... Hold it. Oh, because the sketch is on top. I'm an idiot. So I basically did the same with the game. Like, I had one spooky moment in mind, and then the rest is like, okay, but how do I get to that moment? And that's kind of how the story ends up taking shape. And I just had this idea of, well, spoiler, a lure that is made of something a little different than just the light. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten you guys in the Twitch chat. It's just that I'm responding to several things at once. I do think that, like, the Twitch chat is talking about the way anime gets marketed to kids in America. I mean, obviously my knowledge on that is limited, but I do think it's gotten better with the years. You know? Like, you don't quite as often hear horror stories like 4Kids completely butchering One Piece. I think there's definitely an understanding of like, oh, okay, we gotta realize that standards are different and actually take a look at the franchise before we decide who we market it to. Some people have said that. I think it's the big eyes that do it, because Littlest Pet Shop, at least the version they made in the 10s, when they were trying to do My Little Pony again, in that one they do have these very, very huge bug eyes. I actually never quite liked the art style of that show, especially not on the humans. It really felt like they were forcing a cute look on that one. But whatever. I did watch some of it. I like the music. But I think people are especially thinking of the little... What is he, an otter? Weasel? There's a little cyan critter who speaks with a heavy Indian accent. And he definitely has eyes that looks a lot like this. Well, minus the lashes, but he has huge eyes. I think that's who people are thinking of. Suni? I feel like his name is Suni or something. I believe his whole shtick is he wants to be a magician. Let's see where people are getting that from. But I don't know. I like him. Since we're talking spoilers about No Good Deed, well, I guess we are. For anyone who haven't played my game, go look me up on itch.io. A little bit of a not very subtle plug there. Sunil. Well, I was close. I was very close. Mm-hmm. Dang it. I'm having a hell of a time with this guy. He is, I think you gave me the trickiest one to start. I say that, and then we'll watch me fuck around and not be able to draw pump on, like, at all. Come on, man. Boy, I have, like, no hand control today. What the fuck is happening? Anyway, what we were saying, the difference between the two endings was just the extra bit with the older couple, right? Yeah, that's all there is. All the extra ending does is give you a little final scene. There's no bigger difference than that. I have 2 more RPG Maker games in mind that I want to do. And those would definitely have endings that are more different from each other than that. But, I am a bit in that, like, paralysis stage where I'm scared to even start working on them because I don't believe the writing will be good enough and all that stuff. Typical self-doubt. And I won't be able to make a cool map, and I don't know a damn thing about pixel art. Because all the sprites you see, in aside from the monster sprite, which you only see very briefly and in the dark, I drew that. I basically traced my own drawing in a sprite. But everything else, that was a sprite bashing from an asset kit. I really can't comment on the writing. I just remember a couple songs that I think are fairly catchy. And that's about it. I mean, again, obviously, even at the time, because I was a dude in my mid-20s, even at the time, it wasn't exactly made for me, so I'm not gonna sit here and criticize too much of that. I mostly just felt the art style was forced as hell. Okay, I think we got him now. Yeah, that's our guy. That's our guy. I mean, is he baby or what? He is definitely baby. I think of the three, he's my least favorite, unfortunately, but that still means he's pretty goddamn cute. Little less of a... There we go. And we gotta give them that big drop. There we go. We're actually gonna give that its own layer. It will make sense in a second why. Mm-hmm. Do that over real quick. Any indie-made Pokemon likes you enjoy? I haven't played that many. Not for very long, at least. I have Cassette Beasts on my Switch. And I didn't play it for super long. I also have Nexomon, I believe. And I haven't really played either of them. Not enough to really comment on how much I like their creature design, at least. So that is something I should be... That is something I should be getting into. I might do that since, you know, they announced this and we still have to wait a year. So I might play either of them soon. I mean, they must both have looked interesting enough for me to check them out, you know? I'll happily take recommendations. Beastie Ball. Never heard of it. Sounds like fun, though. Alright, now let's give him some color. Right on. No, that's the sketch. Like that. Yep. And the eyes. Do this for now. And the oops, actually, I forgot something. There we go. The creatures in Beastie Ball all have a shared instinct to bat around a ball shroom that grows naturally perfect around. The battles are basically volleyball tournaments. That sounds hilarious. I'm not much of a sports guy, even in sports like video games, but that sounds hilarious. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that his little fingers are colored too. You know what? I think he could stand to have slightly thicker line art, so we're just gonna do that real quick. That was narrow, not thickened. Yeah, that's better. Come on now. There we go. Then we take this, I think. We do a little something something, like this. I am neither fast nor good at drawing Pokemon, but alright. At least we got one. Only took me like an hour. And I still need to give him a little bit of shading. Also, every beastie has its own unique frame-by-frame animation. Ah, nice. Well, I guess I'll have to look into Beastie Ball. Sounds interesting. Beastie Ball. What a funny idea. I like that. Come on now. Boy, I just cannot draw the lines I want today. It is getting actually embarrassing now. Imagine being competent and streaming at the same time. Couldn't be me. There we are. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I really am enjoying myself doing this. I know that art streams can be awkward for some people to watch, because, you know, not a lot going on. Progress is slow, but... I'm having fun. And besides, I might as well keep my drawing hand ready, because I'm going to be doing a lot of it tomorrow. So there's that to keep in mind. Yeah, I'm giving it a little more shading than it actually has in the original art. There. Then we get the blend tool in here. Get this all nice and blended. you should have used blur instead, but whatever. So how we liking our little guy? I, for one, am liking him quite a lot. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Looks pretty chill the way I drew him. Yeah, well. Maybe he's just a chill dude. Maybe he's like the opposite of Sopple. Like, Sopple starts crying immediately, but this guy's just like, you know. Just gotta go like with the flow, man. I mean, I remember when everybody called Sprigatito Weed Cat. Now we just have this guy. That's a while ago, man. Honestly, hold on. I'm just gonna do a thing here. There we are. Alright, now just a little bit of highlights and we'll be done with this guy. And still have 2 more to go because I'm slow as hell. But whatever. Nope, something went wrong with the art up there. I'm gonna have to go fix that real quick. There we go. Well, isn't he looking adorable? That's Gekwa. Say it with me now. Who's that Pokemon? It's Gekwa. Put a Pokeball symbol behind it. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Boom. Pokeball shape. That's Gekwa. Do I follow any art YouTubers? I do follow Jessa. What's her name? Lavender Town. Jaden, if you call her an art YouTuber. And True Green, speaking of Pokemon. He's a recent one I discovered. Well, recent. I've been watching him for like half a year, but he is very talented when it comes to doing Fakemon stuff. Like, I am intimidated as hell by his incredible skill at just coming up with these amazing design ideas real quickly. Yeah, Gekwa. Aw, what a cutie. Let's just export Gekwa here real quick. Alright, so that was one. Jesus Christ, I thought I could do these faster. But, who's next? Who are we doing now? Pombon or Brout? If Pink is in the chat, I think I know which one she's gonna pick. Pombon or Brout? The choice between these two for now. Just gonna let you simmer over it for a second. Do we want dog or do we want bird? Come on, folks. This is where you get a say in what happens from here. Or I may just have to flip a coin. No? Well, in that case... Is the YouTube stream, like, crazy behind or something? I cannot tell. Well, either way, I guess we're doing... I'm gonna jinx myself and say I can do Prout fairly quickly. So let's do Prout. See if we can't find... See if we can't find a cute little thing for a chicken to be doing, because he is chicken. He is absolutely a little chicken. Oh, actually. I think I know what I want to do for a pose for him. Yeah. Why don't we, by a small delay, Okay, because whenever I check, it's like half an hour behind or something. But that might be because I'm the one streaming it, who knows. It's strange. Anyway. Let's get drawing a Prout here. Who is... Prout. Isn't that his name? Prout? Yeah. There he is. Get you in here so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna try and make Prout a little... I'm gonna make him a grumpy little chicken. Whoops. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. You get down here, Prout. They're definitely gonna do something wild with those eyebrows as he evolves. And I'm here for it. I want to see those eyebrows go crazy. See if we can't make him... I wanna make him look like he's trying to be a little badass. Like he's trying to look tough, you know? I need to make that beak way bigger. His beak is kind of like weirdly avocado shaped. Yeah, let's make him look all angry, like he's trying to be badass, but he's a little too cute for it. I'll have to angle this up a little more for that to work. He's already very adorable. Oh, we have our classic fucking bot. Oh well, not much I can do about it. Give him a little like, yeah, I like this. Look at him go. Like, I'm not cute. I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be big and badass and you can't call me cute anymore. Oh, I like him. I like this a lot. I'm very happy with what I'm doing here. Don't you dare call me cute. Oh yeah, I like this idea. Like, really get some character in there with the eyebrows. This is so silly. I like him. I think I actually make his head, yeah, I need to widen his head a little. Or make his face smaller. One of the two. I think I need to make his face smaller. Ah, I'm entertaining myself with this guy. Yeah. Oh, he's adorable. Yeah, let's actually give him a little bit of chest fluff here, like he's trying to puff himself up like a little rooster. Just a little bit of. You don't mess with me, I'm not cute. Oh, look at this silly little bastard.
Who do you think you're calling cute?
It's been a while since I've entertained myself this much with just an expression. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Proud. You can't escape it. You're cute. I'm sure you'll grow up and be real strong and badass looking. But for now, you're a little cutie patootie. You're just gonna have to deal with all the cheek squeezing. Tweak pinching. Ain't nothing we can do about it. I don't write the rules, I just enforce them. Aw, baby. I think I still need to make his face smaller. Or at least the eyes. I think I need to narrow the eyes a little. Well, now he's about as baby as they come. Like... You look at this and look me straight in the face and say that's not a baby. So just to make it even more clear, let's give him like a little warrior stance. He's like, I'm ready to fight. I mean, this guy practically drew himself, right? This is... I almost didn't have to do anything. It's good to know I can entertain myself. Do I have a Switch 2? I do not. So it's about time to start saving up for one. Not having a regular day job makes that kind of hard. Which is why you should consider commissioning me for art. Shameless plug. Oh, he's an angry little bird. He's an angry bird! Boy, how badly did I just age myself by making that joke? I think we can stand to make the leaves bigger. To this day, I know there's a sequel. To this day, I'm still amazed that they made an Angry Birds movie when it was, like, clearly about 5 years too late. Too late to ride the hype train, at the very least. It was a decent movie, though. Like, I liked it fine when I saw it. So what if I... Yeah, we don't need the chest fluff. Oh, right, they did get a show, didn't they? I did actually forget about that. So does this guy have a tail? Do we see a tail in any of his official art? Brout, little baby Brout, do you have a tail? I don't see... Oh, he does. He does have, like, big poofy... back here. He's so silly. Oh, I'm so happy. Do you like the hyper-real style of the world in the trailer? Generally, no. I tend to prefer, you know, stylization. And when you have extremely stylized characters on top of an extremely photorealistic world, it just kind of always ends up looking weird to me, but I haven't seen enough to really judge one way or the other. It's possible it looks way better in practice when you're actually... you know, watching gameplay. I don't know. We'll find out. It's far too early to judge anything whatsoever. Whoops. Oh, he's silly looking. I know I keep saying it. I know I keep repeating myself, but... what a silly little baby I created here. Let's smush him a little more. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give him a little bit of blush when it's actually time to draw him more. To color him in. I'm gonna have to put a little bit... just a little bit of red on that beak. Okay, I'm done. Let's ink him. They have, but you can't expect them to never repeat ideas. There's 1,000 of these damn critters by now. More than 1,000, so... every now and then, something similar is gonna pop up. It already has a couple times. And you know, I don't think this guy's an owl. I don't know what he is, but I don't think he's gonna be an owl. So let's see what they come up with. Let's see what he turns into. before we start bringing out the pitchforks and the torches. Much like how people are already memeing on what's his name? Pombon. On poor Pombon growing legs and becoming a fighting type. Which I'm also tired of, just to be clear. But again, let's just see what happens before we start getting mad. That's all I'm asking, people. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. It ain't a lot to ask. Just gonna do this. He looks like he's holding his breath until he gets to watch Bluey. I'm really gonna do it this time. Do you think this... No. And I don't want it to. Both because, you know, at this point, not having voice acting is just part of it. And because the instant they include voice acting, everyone's going to tear each other's throats out over hot takes on the voices. And I am too tired for that shit. Like, but really, like, with stuff like this that is such a fantasy, and how heavy the focus is on, like, making it your adventure that you can insert yourself into, I think sticking with no voice acting works the best. So, you know, you get to decide what these characters sound like. You get to hear them say their words in your tongue, in your language, even if that language isn't available in the game, you know? Like, it becomes more personal that way. And once again, you gotta remember, these are made to essentially let little kids live out a fantasy of going on an adventure with their animal friends. Yes, there might be some plot. Yes, you can definitely add genuine challenge, and I do think some parts of modern Pokemon has been easier. Although I also think a lot of Gen 1ers conflate tedium with challenge whenever they talk about the older games being harder. But you're still essentially playing a kiddie fantasy. So they create the world, but you create how you feel in that world. Does that make sense? They create the world, you get to live in it for a bit. And have it be yours in small ways. And those small ways can be, I decide what the professor and the gym leaders sound like. I keep finding him funnier. Oh my god. I love him so much. I am way too entertained by my own little leaf bird here. Okay, something... I do need to give him a little bit more chin. Otherwise his head kind of disappears. So more like that. Yeah, that works. Yeah, more like that. That's better. He's such a grumpy little guy. This is definitely, you know, I have the whole scenario of this guy in my head, you know. Spends its entire childhood insisting it's not cute, that it'll grow up and be really strong, and then you can't make fun of it by saying it's cute anymore. Then it grows up into a big badass bird, and it's like, haha, see, what did I say? And that's when we get schmaltzy, and you're like, well, you're still my cute little baby at the end of the day. And then he'll be like, aw. And everybody will have a big old daw over it. And the tail. We can't forget the tail. Little ball of poof back there. Take that one. Oh, I can't get over how cute he is. Okay. Let's just change this to something else. so I can see what I'm doing. Come on. There we go. The eyes are almost black. Jeez. I'm so happy with this. You have no idea. No matter how much I say it, I cannot adequately describe how happy I am to have drawn this. You know, that's one thing that I'm always saying I'm not great at, is drawing things that are actually, like, cute, adorable. This is pretty adorable. When you're trying to be tough, but mom keeps calling you a cutie. Oh, crap.
No, stop calling me cute. The other Pokemon will make fun of me.
I have created a monster, and I love him. More than words can describe. I guess he has more highlights than he has shadows. We're just gonna keep doing that. What a good boy he is. Oh, I can't remember what area in the Pokemon games this track is from, but I always loved it. This is like as cartoony Wild West as it gets. And I like it a lot. It almost sounds like it should be in a different game. Okay, that was wrong. We'll get this instead. The more I look at him. Oh my god. What have I done? What have I subjected this poor little bird to? I mean, come on, guys. If he ain't the most precious thing. I think I just found out which one my favorite is just by doing this. I've created my own version of him in my head. And now I'll get violent online when he's not like this. Start sending threats to Game Freak. Probably better to use blur here, actually. And let's get a little bit of... Oh, what a silly creature I've made. He really wants to be taken seriously, you guys. You have to take him seriously, or he'll get real upset. Well, don't come here and say I don't give the Pokemon personality. Whoops. Alright, that leaves us 1. We gotta draw a happy little doggo now. If people are still with me. Now it's time for Pombon. Now what on earth are we gonna do with Pombon? He is basically just also a big face on a tiny, tiny, tiny dog body. I mean, obviously, what I should do is look up some pictures of Pomeranians, see if I can find a really cute one. I might have to go fetch a drink first, though, but let's see if we can find a good picture. Just real quick. Let's see. Gotta be... I don't want to just do something that's exactly the same pose as he's doing in the official art. How about we do this? I have an idea here. Credit to @MyPalmFamily for this one, I suppose. Boom. Because that is adorable. Well, it's almost the same, but it's a little differently angled. And whatever. Just let me do this. Okay, Pombon. Let's get you in here. So Pombon is basically one big face. With a bit of a dog face attached to it, so... even more round here. There you were. I was wondering where pink was when I was drawing a cute Pomeranian. Wondering what happened to you. You know what? Let's have it play fetch with its own Pokeball. That sounds cute. You know, when I saw this thing, Pink, I had a feeling immediately like, oh, I think Pink likes Pokemon now. So how... I need to see some more pictures of Pombon to get an idea of how big its body is. Let's see. Are there any good pictures of it from the side? Not much yet, aside from fan art. So I'm just gonna have to go... with the, what am I saying? Proportions of the actual Pomeranian. It does have a curly little tail and all that goodness. Okay. Right. Yeah, sure. You just didn't care. You didn't even get to see my other cute baby. Like, something is wrong with the eyes. I'm gonna figure out how to do that later. I think maybe I just need to move them closer and angle them differently. Very grump, baby. I don't know, I just had this silly idea of him being like, don't call me cute, and then I ran with it. And then he just became progressively more baby as I drew it. I think maybe... and sausage dog here. I think maybe it's like... how does this body work? I am doing a terrible job drawing this one. Once again, face is way too big. Shrink that down considerably. I need to keep making the face tinier. I'm still not sure how in the heck I'm gonna do the body. But I think I have the rest of it down pretty well now. So if we assume that the head is like this, then the rest of this little doggo is... I'm not even sure where the rest of the damn body is in here, man. Like... Yep, proving once again I have no idea what I'm doing in art. God damn it. And I'm the guy who has to go hang out with a bunch of comic artists tomorrow. Jesus. When I can barely scribble a goddamn dog. Aw, a Yorkie mix. Adorable. We shrink this down and put it here instead. That'll work. Yeah. You know, I think I'm overthinking it. If I just keep it like here, we'll have a perfectly happy little gremlin of a puppy. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not, though. That's the problem. Also, I think Pokeballs are way bigger than what it's holding in its mouth right now. So maybe it'll be a berry. Or I draw it bigger. I mean, this is definitely the most adorable little Bowser ever drew. Maybe if I just simplify this further. I cannot get these eyes right. I think... Ah! This whole face! God, everything sucks. Yeah, but he doesn't... He looks less and less like the Pokemon and just like a random derpy-ass dog. I feel like I'm not capturing the creature at all. No, there isn't. That is absolutely true. But there's something wrong with calling this a Pokemon stream when I can't draw the damn Pokemon. This is probably as good as I can do. Dang it. I really wanted that to be better, but okay. Well, maybe I'd enjoy the company, huh? Do you ever think about that? It needs to have way tinier paws. What am I doing?
Gee, tiny cute paws.
A little chubby boy here. Yeah. So much floof indeed. You can never have too much floof. He is a very floofy boy. I mean, who with a soul wouldn't? I mean, this... of all Pokemon starters, I think this one might best exemplify no thoughts, head empty. In all the best ways. There is nothing going on in there except for play, food, and sleep. And also, yip. This is a dog that doesn't say woof. It says yip. That is the only sound that can come out of this thing. It's like yip. This is the kind of dog that, like, if a robber came to your house, it would show him where the silverware is. In the hopes of getting pets. Like, nice new man found shiny things. Nice new man play now. Yep, doggy indeed, Stoner. Sorry. You probably posted that an age ago, but, again, keeping track of 2 chats and all that. In fact, you probably posted that a dog's age ago. Oh, I'm very funny. This is why I'm Mr. Big YouTube Man. Oh, let's see. Doggy is shaping up. I was worried in the sketch stage there for a bit. But Doggy is looking better. Maximum yip has been achieved. Pouncing procedure underway. No, nobody said that. I don't know where you got that idea from. You shut up. You are the one who up must shut. What am I doing? I have a perfectly good circle tool. No throw, only fetch. Oh wait, it's no take, only fetch. I can't even do my dog memes right. I mean, who is the happiest looking Bowser? This is the happiest looking Bowser. And of course, I had to make him a little fat fuck. Otherwise, it's not a real Pomeranian. Well, I mean, Pomeranians only look fat because of all that fluff, but... Used to be a fat little bastard. Yeah! Who's my little fat boy? He's my little fat boy. No, I thought we agreed. This dog doesn't bark or bork or woof, it yips. There is only one sound, and that sound is yip. Don't count on ever seeing your Pokeball again. It's his now. The ball belongs to Pom Bomb now. Alright, our Borky boy is here. The tiny fangs are very cute. So you gotta find... There it is. I guess silly little red clown nose here. Make a big round thingamajig here. Yep. In fact, I can make it bigger. Oh, he bark. I don't know if you noticed, but he bark. I'm sorry, no, he yip. God damn it. Pink, you're bad influence. You make me forget that he yip. Alright then. Then we get some real stuff here. Okay. All part of your evil plan, huh? Yeah, I don't doubt it. You and your constant evil plans, I swear to God. Alrighty. Boy, this did turn out to be a very, very chill playlist. Like, almost too chill. Should probably found something a little bit more high energy than this to draw to, but... I got caught up, man. I didn't notice after a while, so... You'll just have to deal. I'm still not convinced I did the eyes very well, but whatever. Or really just the whole face. Mm-hmm. Even smaller. Now I think we're there. There he is. That's our boy. Ready to play. I just need to, There we go. He is indeed quite baby. Yeah, let's have him in mid-jump, like, yay! Nah, actually, nah. We'll put him on the ground like, ah. No take, only throw. Alright, I think we're ready to have all 3 babies in the same picture now. There they are. Those are the Poke Babies. I think they turned out quite lovely. I'm just gonna have to export our woofer here, so give me a second. And I do believe that will do it for the day. They turned out pretty good. Pompon, I think Gekwa was the hardest one to draw. Pompon practically, no, Brout practically drew itself. Once I had the idea to make him more like, then that was really fun. I mean, all of these were fun. I think Brout is my favorite, both my drawing and, like, in general. Who's my favorite Pokemon and why? No legendaries or mythicals. Well, whenever people ask stuff like that, my answer is usually like, oh, my answer will be different depending on the day you ask. Because, you know, it can depend on, like, my mood or whatever I'm obsessed with lately. Pinsir is one that always comes back to me, because, like, I distinctly remember when the Pokemon anime was new and I'd seen ads for it, and I, like, got up early that Saturday to watch it. And a couple weeks after that, of course, like, they didn't show a bunch of episodes in a row or anything. I just remember seeing Pinsir and being like, whoa, that's so cool! So Pinsir has a very special place in my heart. And I'm talking purely, like, aesthetically speaking here, like, I don't really care that much about how they are in terms of competition or anything like that. But I love me my Pinsir. I love my spiky boy. Aside from that, I mean, there's many. I like a lot of them for a lot of different reasons, but that's the easiest one to point out and be like, yeah, I remember how I felt when he first showed up on screen, and, you know, the 10-year-old kid in me was like, oh, so cool. Yeah. I think that will be it This took a little longer than I expected, but whatever. And now I know that I can multi-stream, so I'll probably be doing this for art streams in the future. So that they'll be happening both on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. And hopefully I can find out some way to get the chats on screen. That really sucks that I can't do that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.